What's going on, family? I'm at work. Usually, I'll be out and about, but this is what happened when you're doing everything the right way. This is one of the examples when you're doing everything the right way. You come into work, do what you got to do, and people supposed to be scheduled, and they don't come when they're supposed to come. You get stuff like this. I'm by myself. I'm by myself. So they expect that I'm just gonna go crazy, just go ham. They think I'm just gonna go ham, go crazy. Let me get this cigarette real quick. Take a break on these folks. Stop playing with me. About to get this cigarette though real quick. I do my job, but I ain't no slave. You gotta, you gotta understand that these folks will play with you any type of way, any type of form, in any type of fashion. Just always keep in mind. You ain't got time to be playing with these folks. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, I'm not one of the people that got brought here on the slave ship. You know what I mean? I thank God I ain't one of the people that got brought here on no slave ship. You feel me? But you gotta have discernment. Take your time and stuff like that, pace back and forth. Cause the managers, they should know what to do. It's been an hour and a half. Nobody popped up yet. I don't know what's going on with these folks. What time they think it is. They tripping. But needless to say, family, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? I hope you're holding strong, because when you get to a point or a phase of your targeting, you're doing everything you're supposed to do. You're doing everything right. You keeping everything smooth. Playing your part, you working, you busting your tail. They will come up with ways, like I just expressed to y'all there, to make your day hellish. Something that's supposed to be a smooth day, a smooth Tuesday, a wild Tuesday. A wild Tuesday. But we're going to give praise and thanks to God, though, through all the circumstances and situations. Yeah, it might be a hard day for me today, which is cool, but I'm taking my time with it. And I look at it like the hours. I hope they'll think they can try to put pressure on me because I'm, the only dude in there. And it's only with me. I noticed that it's only with everybody else, they always come in scheduled on time. But coincidentally, I come in there. Usually dude's supposed to come in at 5, it's 5:30. Still ain't here. The games they play. But anyway, thank God for another day. Thank God I got breath. You know what I'm saying? God says be slow to anger. It's okay to be angry, be slow to anger, and don't let the sun go down when you still be angry. So let that go, let that flow. Things gonna happen. It's the ups and downs of life that you can't control. But you are gonna speak on it. You ain't gonna be no slave. You gotta have discernment now. You know what I mean? Bump all that, I'm trying to prove myself. Nah, ain't nothing to prove. And I thank God that I'm in a community like this anyway. You know what I'm saying? I thank God I'm in a community like this. You know what I mean? I thank God I'm not still trapped inside of a toxic community. Not saying that I don't enjoy my people, but I'm saying the heavy influence that my people, the trance, the delusion that my people are under. You know what I'm saying? Some people are awake, some people are awakened, but the mass majority is just toxic. You know what I'm saying? It's just real toxic. It's a toxic environment. You know what I mean? Of what they be going through off the music, you know what I'm saying, off what women been taught, and nothing to bash the beautiful women out there. You know what I'm saying? We all done things that we ain't proud of. The women that been taught to be materialistic, to go for the guy with the bag. You know what I'm saying? So when a woman is beautiful and she has breasts and a butt, and she sees her comparison contrast that she's beautiful, and they tell her body's a value. So now she just settled for materialistic people and not use her brain. Or you got women out there that's just been taught, you know what I mean, sex Sex is not a sacred thing. Sex is just an experience for you to have pleasure and have fun. It's not something, sacred. You know what I mean? For you, to have the covenant to reproduce and, you know what I mean, and have a sacred moment with your partner. You know what I mean? And things like that on that intimacy route. So, of course, now in this perverse generation, you know what I'm saying, which I participated in, is just, it's wild, and all it's doing is stirring up a lot of hatred towards men and jealousy towards men on how the women be moving out here. You know what I'm saying? Purposely, to get their way, to have control over man, they stir up jealousy and conflict and things like that. And now men are attacking each other, you know what I'm saying, just for women out here, you know what I'm saying? And they attacking each other, killing each other, just, you know what I'm saying, so they can get materialistic gains to get the breast and the butt, and I guess the reputation that comes with it, the power that comes with it, that they've been fed with, you know what I'm saying? So it's destroying a lot of people out here. People are going bad for each other, just to prove a point or just to get breast and booty. You know what I'm saying? Or just to be like, look what I got. You know what I mean? And it's a lot of bad shit going on, a lot of jealousy going on, a lot of hatred going on. And you know what I'm saying? This is just about trying to bring love into the factor. It's not trying to prove something. It's not trying to say, ooh, look what I got. It's not trying to say any of that. It's just a path of moving on and going on to the next step and the next level of your life. You know what I'm saying? And we're thankful that we're survivors of this victimhood, this program that we're in. And a lot of people are, oh, stop saying you a victim. Stop saying you a victim. But if you're going through the daily bullying tactics that they're projecting on you and the daily things they're doing, you are a victim. But thank God that you bear that burden of the cross, because you're not just doing it without God. Now, that's a horrible, miserable way to be a victim. It's to suffer without God and then suffer, you know what I'm saying, for all eternity. But then if you're suffering and you with God, you know what I'm saying, that's a blessing, you know what I mean, to bear that burden, to do what you need to do. Ain't nothing wrong with a man that's working hard and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Everything ain't always about the fast way, you know what I mean? You're getting it the sleazy way and stuff like that, so you can get all the breast and booty that you want. Then you find out you still have a void inside of you, an empty void that you can never feel or satisfy. You know what I'm saying? Because the whole purpose, you know what I'm saying, of the children of light is to build their art. Build the gospel. Oh, no, nobody showed up. It's been like almost, I don't know what's going on. All right, I'm about to be in there. You see what I'm saying? So if you don't address the situation, if I just would have went on willy-nilly and just worked, would have never said nothing. They would have waited till it got super piled up, and then it would have been an issue. You know what I mean? But it's all good, though. Like I said, you got to build your art so people could see God, you know, the gospel work, the tools, the build. You know what I'm saying? Noah had to build his art. He had to bear that burden of building the whole ark. Do you know how much time that took for him to build a big old boat, a big old ship, to build it? Not only build it, but to go out and find animals, male and female, of each species, and crawling things, insects, and put them on that boat. Do you know how much time it took, how much effort it took? He had to take all his heart, mind, and soul to fulfill that task. And while he was going against people that were just wilding out here, you know what I mean? Eating, drinking, being merry, and looking at him like he a fool, like he was out of his mind. But he knew he had a mission from God to do what he needed to do. You know what I'm saying? He had to wrestle these animals and whatever he had to do to, you know what I'm saying, to put them on that boat and build the boat. Not only did he save himself, but he saved his family You know what I'm saying? With the works that he did and the faith. You know, it wasn't just by his belief. You know what I'm saying? It was the works that he did by building that boat. And the same way, while we going through the hardships of the people looking at us like we out of our mind, keep building your boat, keep building your faith so people can see. So when the disaster does come, you'll be saved. That boat will keep you afloat. You know what I'm saying? So at the end, when the disaster does come, you'll be floating. You'll be protected. You'll be in the ark. You know what I'm saying? Of the covenant. You know what I mean? So with that being said, family, y'all hold your head. I got to go back to work. It's getting crazy out here. I just want to let y'all know how they play, the type of games they play.